Good morning. I'm going to review the schedules for Braintree Middle Schools. Both East Middle School and South Middle School will be using the same schedule system, and so we're going to do one explanatory video because it is very different than in prior years. On Sunday, all students will receive a schedule in Aspen, and then we will also go over this with your teachers on Monday. But you'll be able to view your schedule, and that contains your specific classes, classes at given times, and then which teachers you have. You'll note on the schedule sheet that your room doesn't change. It always matches your homeroom. And that's because students won't be moving in this schedule. If you're in the remote academy, you obviously have one room. That's your home. And then for students in the hybrid model, you're going to go to your homeroom in the morning. You will remain there during the day. And as each period changes, the teacher will go from room to room. So that's why you'll notice that all the rooms are the same. Okay, this schedule sheet will be sent out to all students, and what this does is it takes, this doesn't have times. This will show you the times for each class and tell you exactly where you're supposed to be on each day. Okay, in this video, we'll take some sample schedules and we'll show how they can transfer into the schedule sheet. So let me start with doing just a quick introduction to the way that the schedule works. All students have been assigned to a cohort. That was generally assigned by last names. For the most part, students with a last name at the beginning of the alphabet are in Cohort A, and students with a last name at the end of the alphabet will be in Cohort B. All right, and then I'll show how each cohort is, how the week works for you. Whether you are in the remote academy or the hybrid academy, you have been assigned to a cohort and you're going to use this schedule. The only difference is whether you're doing it at home, and when I say in person for the remote academy, that means live on Meet, or whether you're doing it in school if it's in person, and then there's a lot of remote work in either model. All right, so for Cohort B, for Cohort A, on Monday morning, you will come into school or log on to Meet from home. If you're in the remote academy, you'll be live for 4 majors in the morning. Your major subject areas that you would meet at this time would be English, math, science, or social studies, and they'll rotate through. There's a dismissal time, a lunch time, and also it's a long block because students who are in person need time to travel home. In the afternoon, you'll receive asynchronous work from your specials. All right, we'll talk about that. You've been on live all morning, and then you do some asynchronous work in the afternoon. On Tuesday, you do the same thing. You see the same 4 majors in the same order, and then in the afternoon, you'll get more asynchronous work from your specials. When you get home, you log in, you complete those, submit them, and that's how we know that everyone's been involved with the school day for the entire day. On Wednesday, for all students, both cohorts, it's asynchronous work day. Your major subject areas will give you asynchronous work, and you'll have different deadlines throughout the day, again, to just make sure everyone's involved with the work during the day. Now, there's a second time column because in the second half of the week, the cohorts switch. So Cohort A has met in person and live, and then in the second half, it's more remote work with still some live work. So that won't be a big shift for the remote academy kids, but it'll be a little different for the hybrid model students. In the second half of the week, there's 5 instructional blocks. 3 of them you will be scheduled into a specials class, and you will log on and join them live. Now, the way that the special classes are assigned, it's not just all remote academy or all hybrid. Your majors will fit into those, but your specials can be mixed. So we will have a unified student body, and that way you'll see kids that are from the other model in your live online specials classes. So it's 3. You see, you've got 5 blocks. You've got 3 specials, so that leaves 2 open blocks. And in your schedule, it'll show you exactly where those are, and those are going to be a chance for you to work on asynchronous work that'll be assigned by 2 of your major classes, 1 block for each class. There's a lunch break, and then in the afternoon, you'll log on and have synchronous live classes from 2 of your 4 majors. Okay, so let's say I have English and science on Thursday. I'll see the other 2 majors the next day live. I would have English and science, so I would do social studies and math on the second day. Friday, you've got 5 blocks in the morning. You'll see your same 3 specials, and then the other 2 blocks will be filled up by whichever majors you saw live that afternoon, the prior afternoon. So in the end, I'll do, let's say in my example, I would do asynchronous work for math and social studies, and I would see English and science live. The next day it flips. I would have asynchronous work for English and science, and I would see math and social studies live. Okay, just as an example. Now, Cohort B, it's basically the same idea. It's just the 2 halves of the week have flipped. So the beginning of the week, on Monday, you see your 3 specials live, and you would be staying remote, and you would have asynchronous work from 2 of your majors. You'll then see your other 2 majors live in the afternoon. The next day, you get synchronous live instruction from the same 3 specials at the same time in the day. And then you'll get asynchronous work from the 2 majors you had seen the prior afternoon. And then in this afternoon, you'll see the other 2 majors live. Okay, so you've got a blend of assigned live specials classes, and asynchronous work will be assigned at the open 2 blocks. And then you've got live synchronous majors in the afternoon. In the end, you see all 4 majors staggered over those days. For 8th grade, there is a 5th major, which is world language, and so that will be one of your assigned blocks up here. All world language is being done remotely because a lot of the work involves verbal practice and things that potentially are at risk of if somebody were spreading virus. A lot of that work is actually safer done at home, and the teachers have been working really hard to make sure that there will be no gap in the learning style in world language for the fact that it's a major that's all remote. Asynchronous work is assigned on Wednesday. Again, all your majors, English, math, science, social studies, and then for 8th grade, you would also receive asynchronous work from world language. And then in Cohort B on Thursday, you would either be coming in person or continuing to log on live for your 4 majors in the morning, and then you have asynchronous work from your specials in the afternoon. Friday morning, you see your 4 majors, travel time, lunch, and then you have your asynchronous work from your specials in the afternoon. Okay, so that is a general introduction to the way that the cohorts work. And then what we're going to do now is start to look at some sample schedules and see how it all fits together.